Hey everybody, welcome back to the stream. We are in here for game 2 of Dignitas versus Curse. Jat has made the game. He is in there. Lucisro is joining up as well. We are getting underway pretty soon into game 2, and this, if Dignitas wins, will be the final game of the night.
Yes.
I think Curse can bring it back. I know they're a strong team. Certainly, sure, that first game was the most lopsided of the games we've seen so far. Not even a kill from Curse Gaming, but I think it was just a couple of missteps, a couple of really, really good plays that you're not going to see every time that I think Curse can really pull this one back. I know they're a strong team. They definitely have the chance here. Dignitas, of course, put on a great showing, but I'm pulling for them. I know they have the chance. They've got a lot of really, really, really strong players. And so I think we're going to see Curse bring this one back. That's what I'm rooting for. It's what I'm kind of seeing happen. I love when games go to all three. When a match goes to the full best of 3, I always like having all those close games, having more to cast and more to show. So I'm just hoping for Curse Gaming.
Yeah, they have what it takes. I remember at Raleigh, they were able to come out strong. First game they had was against TSM, and they obliterated TSM, which really thought about that, and TSM was able to come back and play their original game. But Curse has what it takes to take a team off guard, and they really have the gameplay of what it takes to be at this caliber and this level. So we're definitely going to see better gameplay from them this time. I think things were switched up for them last time. I don't think we'll see any of the lane switching. I think we're going to have regular lanes by these guys. I may be wrong. Not that they're not regular and not that they don't know how to play those lanes, but I think they're going to go back to their regular, what they feel comfortable with, and we'll see if that happens for this next game. Waiting for Dignitas here to jump into the game, and they just had an amazing one. Coming off of that, their adrenaline must be pumping.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure they feel amazing by letting 0 kills go. I mean, for a fact that, it happened and it could happen in any game, the fact that it did happen is really just a confidence boost. And that's huge to have, especially on LAN, because we've talked about the setting. It's different. You're against other people. Your emotions are running. And I even talked to some of the StarCraft players. They're like, when you get on stage and you play in that booth, everybody's skill level's up here, but it's brought to down here. So you still have to play at your best skill level because of those nerves and because of your environment and people standing around you, taking pictures. It's not, like I said, you sitting in your room and your mom yelling at you. So it really does almost put another wall in front of you to play with. So we'll have to see if Dignitas can continue to carry over that wall, and we'll see if Curse can break through that.
Yeah, I think they have a good chance here. I really, really do. They have so much skill in that team. All these players are varying levels of all-stars here. I mean, this is it's good teams. It's good players. They have a really good chance here. Of course, they're one of the invited teams. They can really put on a showing here, and I expect them to. I expect them to actually get a kill at the very least, but I really expect them to get the game win here. The stories of the matches have been, a lot of these teams are not with their full lineups. Dignitas losing out on Voyboy. Otherwise, such a fearsome team. But not to take anything from Lucisro, but starting lineup is starting lineup. But I think we're going to see Curse do a little bit better with their bans, a little bit better with their picks. I think letting Dignitas get that Zillion was actually a really big problem from last time, and he won the lane, and he actually made them win a lot of fights. The only reason they didn't get any kills was because they got revived by Zillion every time. And so you could have them drop that. You get rid of that champion, and it seems Zillion is like the North American champion all-star where everyone loves playing that guy because he makes things happen for your team. So you might see him get dropped out, and you'll see what happens the rest of this. So we're waiting on the 5th from Dignitas to come in. That's going to be Cutie Pie is going to join in there. That's the AD player for the team, and we're going to see if they can make good things happen. We are ready up here. Take it away. So hopefully they will start this game. We'll get into the picks and bans very, very shortly.
Awesome. Possibly our final match of the day. We've had a lot of 2-0s. So coming into tomorrow, there's going to be some amazing matchups of who can place into those final matchup. And we're going to see amazing matches going on. A lot of these games, as we said, going quick. We're going to see if Curse can really change up what happened last match. Again, we see Soraka being banned out right there. Dignitas on the first ban, Sidco to come up with the next one.
Yeah, so Soraka, Kog'Maw again. I think that's a repeat ban there. I think we're going to expect to see that Udyr banned out from Jat, and I really expect to see them to get rid of Zillion as well, because that was such a problem. Again, the Cassiopeia aimed what again? And there's a no, I guess they're just repeating the bans
fast
again.
Bans.
Yeah, they're just like, all right, Kate's gone. Maybe they leave Udyr and Zillion in, they make him only take one, and they grab the other. That's a possibility. If you don't ban all the all-stars, then you get to take one for yourself. So the Lee Sin ban, if I were Curse right now, I would not leave only one of Udyr and Zillion. So there's the Trundle ban. I expect the Udyr pickup. I really do. But that said, Nocturne, Gangplank also really good pickups. And let's see, I'm expecting Zillion. I just am. I think that they're not going to let themselves not take Zillion here. That it was such a force Zillion, I think, is undefeated in the tournament so far.
Yeah.
It's such a sought-after champion that, yeah, Lepaka's probably really good with Udyr, but like...
There it is.
Yeah, okay, I'm wrong. Udyr's the grab. I would really expect Zillion at this point. That'd be a mistake not to do that, I would think. Yeah, there's a Zillion.
Very smart there. So much harass from last game. They are definitely not going to let Dignitas grab that again.
Is there any like ranged AD that they're really going to shoot for, or like a solo top that's going to really dominate here?
I'm sure. They could go with the Ashe, but Vayne brings a lot of utility to the game. They will go for Sona, yeah.
So yeah, they're just picking the sustaining supports right here. Grab the Sona because Soraka's gone. Apparently Liquid just really wants to play that Sona. They have a lot of haste here with the Zillion plus Sona. They can really initiate from range. They can really run across the map really quickly. And they can certainly catch a champion unaware if they do it right. So still a good possibility here.
Waiting for that lock-in. They could be choosing here, and they will choose differently. They go for Ezreal. So they know that they possibly want Janna or Sona for their build right here. Ezreal would have been nice, or Janna would have been nice there, but she is for any AD with her shield.
Yep. So with Caitlyn and Kog'Maw gone, the two sort of primary long-range champions, they pick Ezreal, as with that Mystic Shot, again, has that long-range ability. So right now they're a very safe team. They can kind of get away from a lot of initiates, but at the same time they can also haste like Galio's in. And Galio's actually gone through 3 picks so far. Huh. I mean, Galio didn't win the game for Curse last time, but I mean, as long as you have the damage output, maybe you can make it happen.
We'll have to see. This is quite a long pick for these for both teams. Actually, coming out of that game, I think Dignitas feels that game was maybe a mix-up for Curse, even themselves. They're still playing very careful here.
Yeah.
They're not just throwing their picks away. They understand that Curse understands what happened, a lot of understanding there. And Curse is kind of picking against Dignitas right now. You always should, but they're really focusing on that. So Dignitas is taking their time. They know that Curse is going to come out a lot stronger in this matchup.
That's what I expected, yeah.
There we go. And they are going to go with Morgana instead of that Vayne. So now the Vayne is open, but they have their AD, so they don't have to worry about picking Vayne now. But that Morgana was awesome for them because that's what they had last time on Nijaki.
Yep, and Cicero loves playing Morgana. It's one of the few champions he really plays constantly. It's basically Morgana, Nasus, and Pantheon are his champions. So you give him one of those champions he's comfortable with. That's going to be really, really good. The Paka going to not go Warwick seems to not work very well for them last time. So now going for the Gangplank, and yep, there's the Janna. So the supports have been grabbed, so it's going to be basically a bait fest for who's going to get the last solo top. And it's actually, I think this is really smart, whereas Curse is like, okay, go pick your solo top, we're going to counterpick. They're basically going for that specifically because they know, Morgana's going to be good. They've got Zillion to fight against that, so it's a mirror match from last time of Zillion versus Morgana. But now they're saying, okay, who's your solo top? Because if you go like Akali, Garen can hard counter that. Rumble, actually we haven't seen very much, but we see EU still play Rumble a little bit as a really good solo top champion. So we're going to see, what it's going to be. They can even switch, like Udyr to solo top and give him a different jungler. I think it's unlikely, but...
Yeah, I was saying if they throw that in there and put somebody else in, but... Wow.
Poppy!
Right.
Interesting, okay.
Fair enough.
It actually might be for Lo Cicero. I think he plays that champion too.
They don't have any range yet, and they need to fix that. So we're going to see
what
they go for the pick. Oh, yeah, for sure.
Or they could do a babysat Poppy. They really could just do like an AD champion top like Jarvan and run like Poppy Sona bot. Yep, there it is. Yep, there's the AD solo and I really did want to see Poppy. I'm glad to see Talon. I love Talon. He's such a great champion. I love those assassin types. And Corki's a good pick here. Corki is definitely strong. Is very safe against a team like Gangplank and whatever sort of is up top there.
Yeah, right. I say they have no range and they grab some of the longest in the game.
But the weird thing about Talon is he's counterable in lane, and I'm surprised they put this with the definite solo top still out there to be picked.
What?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
no.
what a troll.
Trolling me is double lift. Double lift be trolling.
All right, so you did say Nijaki had quite a rise. We'll have to see what he can do in middle, so it's going to be Rise versus Morgana.
He can shut down Talon hard. He can completely shut down Talon.
This is true.
Like, really,
you're like, you want this to happen. That's what I just heard.
Like, both those, well, I mean, so I want Curse to win because I won game 3, and I was like, I saw Talon like get almost picked like 2-3 times. Like, come on, Talon. And I like wanted that Rise to come out there, so oh my gosh, but it's like Jack gets to play his own champion, he gets to play Udyr, Cicero gets his Morgana. I'm really, really happy to see this Talon being played. Scar loves these like slightly underappreciated guys here, where it's like, Talon, Katarina, guys like this. And the thing is, with a Morgana pick, could have been Katarina. I mean, look, there's like no stuns on that team. Their one stun is Janna. You black shield that and you're like, by the way, Cat ult.
That's true, you keep spinning in Rune Prison.
You keep spinning in Rune Prison, man. That team has no stuns. I would totally pick Cat in this lineup. That said, I'm not as good as these players.
We got 50 seconds till this game starts here at IPL 3 Origins. We do have League of Legends going on. It started today, Saturday. Amazing.
Really?
It's going on until tomorrow. They've had StarCraft going on for the past 2 days. Amazing matches in and out. A lot of the tops being pushed out. A lot of the people that thought were going to do amazing. But now we have the League of Legends action premiering here. We did this morning. We had some Epic versus V8. Epic moving on that one. All of the games have been 2-0s. Unexpectedly, you know, everybody coming out really strong. There's usually some falters by some teams in the first day. But CLG coming out in their game against Goose, 2-0 as well. In the best out of 3. TSM taking Complexity in a best of 3, 2-0 as well. And now 1-0 Dignitas to continue that role for the teams of winning and possibly going 2-0 here versus Curse. Now a new lineup for Curse. Not too good of a game for him last time, but they definitely rethought this one, and their mentality coming into this game a lot stronger. I don't think we're going to see anything chance. Probably won't be any too much jungle invasion. Like you said, there really isn't a lot of CC on that team, and they'd be going up against a pretty hard first level fight.
Yeah, and the cool things here is actually you've got like a almost full reversal lineup. You've got the Zillion, Janna, Ezreal, which were on Dignitas last time, switching over. The Sona, you know, back on the other side, Morgana as well. Udyr not banned, of course, instant grabbed there. So, you know, a couple of changes, a couple of actually, you know, copy and paste and reversals. So we'll see if this works out quite well. I'm just gonna watch Talon all game though. I'm just basically it's gonna be like Teemo. I'm just gonna like double click him and just like zoom in and just watch and just wait for him to kill stuff. And I'm actually really excited for this one. Talon is fun to watch, dude. Talon does cool stuff.
Oh, I looked down at Double Lift, and I was totally expecting to see Blitzcrank, and I just got sad again. Like, sadness.
At least we did see Darius play Singed. Well, you didn't. We did. Darius did get Singed up there in that game 2 of Epic.
That's
versus
always fun.
V8.
He's always like, just let me play Singed. In the Dyrus voice.
And pretty much that voice,
In
too.
the Dyrus voice.
I really want to play Singed, guys. Singed is a really fun champion. Oh, man, I just got first blood. I'm so excited right now.
Yeah, right? He's like, can't you hear it in my voice?
Yeah, beer back playing 800 by 600 windowed mode. That's the Dyrus way. Even on land, he like goes windowed mode, shrinks down the resolution, turns all the settings to bottom. It's the Dyrus way, man. Camera locked, everything.
I actually went and looked at his build, and it said his Twitter is Sir Dies a lot, and my room pages think Sir Dies a lot, and you can absolutely troll the hell out of people with that build. Like, I have not lost the top lane with that build. I don't know what he did or mathematics he did to figure that rune page out, but it works really well.
Cool. And just FYI, the word of the game is going to be y'all. I've decided that. The word of the game is y'all.
All right.
Y''ALL. All right. So, 2 of you at home are going to laugh at that because you'll know what I'm referring to. Anyway, so I do obscure jokes is what I do. I'm hilarious. Okay, Zillion, Ezreal, Janna, Gangplank, Sailor Gangplank, and Scholar Rise. They line up for Curse. Quite powerful there. We see Skara boots 3 potions on Talon. Here's Corki. Here is Morgana. A lot of these players are playing champions that they main. This could be quite interesting. These are champions these guys just like to play. Not even just lineup specific, just like I like playing this champion. It's super powerful, and we shall see.
So it looks like Udyr has gone for his skill first, so that's going to be a little bit more difficult for them to get a CC on the first fight. Like I said, though, I don't think Curse has any intentions of doing this. Throwing a little party between mid turrets here, kind of just waiting to see if they get a ward. Jan is making sure Wraiths don't get taken. A very smart idea, even especially because, you know, you expect Dignitas to be very scary right now. You expect them to push. A nice ward there is going to counter a little bit early, but she could have stood there for that Wraith and saved that ward for a little bit later. It's going to be useful still.
Yep, they might position themselves somewhere else. Maybe Janna wants to come down and help another regression. But they've got the anti-push ward down, like that, another anti-push ward coming down for Dignitas. So both players playing safely against these jungle invasions. I think the wards could almost spot each other if it weren't for the brush right there. So we'll see how that plays out. Double lift, face checking a little bit with the Q, learning his lesson.
Nuh-uh.
And they've even got a clairvoyance down. Like he's totally like not gonna hit a brush.
It's like I don't trust you. That CV may not be working. Let me fire a Q shot.
Yeah, could work. So there's Pocket in there, has used the raised morale, going for these kills onto these jungle minions. Doing a pretty good job of all this, of course. 25 gold picked up, and going to run away for the blue, not taking any more damage. He'll clear those out later.
All right, Jackie making his way to lane. It looks like they're giving quite a bit of help here. They took Wraiths, or rather Wolves, and now they are waiting for him to do quite a bit of damage. Nice job by Skara getting out of the way of that one. He's going to be able to smite it as soon as he leaves range, not to steal any experience from the jungle. And looks like Gangplank is actually just finishing his blue. Oh no, he did Wolves as well. So they're kind of on the same path right now. Bottom lanes, duking it out. They did get the CV down there to make sure nothing tricky is going on. Janna is in the bush, and they're going to be able to farm up easily. We'll go up top and see this lane we've been talking about. We have Jackie versus Skara. It looks like they will leave Zillion to middle.
Yep, so yeah, Scar versus Zillion versus Rise at top. Going to be a little bit scary for him. As I said, that's going to be a pretty good counter lane. Cicero fighting Sidco. A lot of damage coming out here. Good Black Shield, going to keep himself alive. Did not actually take any bomb damage because of that. Scar going to keep running about. He's got to be a little bit afraid using that rake to farm minions, but of course not in great shape here because he's got to be very afraid of Rise's burst combo. And you see Rise back to full mana. That mana crystal, of course, giving him a lot of damage. Has a point in E as well, so that spell flux is going to be nice and scary. Cicero going to keep standing in mid as best he can.
A little bit more health on Morgana's side. Looks like she may have some HP per levels or something. She is definitely increasing a little bit more, and that's really going to help her in lane. The bomb that Sidco thinks is going to do all that damage will do the same amount of damage, but she is not going to lose the amount of health he thinks compared to what he has, or what she thinks she has. Yeah. You get it.
Don't worry, I understand.
It's there.
We're good. I got you.
So that's really going to help her out. Good room build there. It will help her sustain in lane as well, as we can see that Zillion's health is going down. As we go to the jungles, looks like reds have been grabbed. And the blue grabbed here by Lapaka, just kind of chilling out. Scar's like, I am staring straight at you. I know you're in that bush. Lapaka just goes ahead, walks away from that situation, and they're going to continue to farm that lane. But actually, there are no wards down there. Scar's play is just, I guess, looks like there was a ward there.
Good guesses there.
Right.
Actually last hitting quite well. Even despite this aggression, you can see that Scar's last hit's 13, Rise only at 10, but he's got this minion wave to deal with, so might get much better in the very near future. Actually doing a great job listening at the turret. Look at all these. He's almost been getting all of them. So he's actually tied that one pretty much back up, 11 to 13. Scar going to come through, take down as much as he can. Going to keep pushing that to the turret, and doing a good job of that. Look at that. The damage output is quite nice. Scar taking some attacks there, but should probably have health regen points, I would assume.
Bit of an invasion here. Jat running into the jungle. They do have a CV up, and he does see that the CV is up. Lapaka just viewing that eye over the side of his red buff.
Careful.
Could get pinched here. Looks like
he's going to
hit.
Sidco not in great shape. Lapaka can push back. They could really just jump Sidco.
Wow.
And Talon's coming by to help out with Jat. This is going to be good. Rise coming down as well. He's going to have a 3v3 fight in the jungle unless Morgana doesn't show up. Rise is there. And there's the flash. They're going to go for it. Then burst onto Jat. Jat down to half health. A lot of damage out. He's going to flash right, but the bomb is on his face. And there's the kill. First blood picked up by Lapaka. Revenge has happened. And now Nightjackie going to drop down.
Wow.
Skara very, very, very low, and he will fall as well. That's 2 kills picked up. 1 traded, though. Cicero will flash the wall, but Curse Gaming taking that one over. Double buff on Lapaka. Says, thank you very much, Jat. I will grab those buffs, and now I'm very happy. And he's, he's 2 kills, 2 assists on each of Zillion and Rise, so nice stuff there.
That was really well played, and actually Dignitas had a lot of time to react to that. They had a lot of time to react. And as they were coming in, they kind of just waited there. And they went on for the attack. They did a very nice job of doing that. It was really, Dignitas took too much time to do that. Having 2 people there, having your bottom lane and middle lane visible, there's only 2 people in your jungle. They felt perfectly fine taking that fight on. And Curse really didn't even worry about playing cautious on that. They knew they were going to come out on top by sheer numbers. So really, already their gameplay has changed. They're a little bit more aggressive. We still haven't seen Lapaka come out of the jungle too much to do any kills here, but he also didn't with Warwick until the team fight. So we'll have to see if he utilizes that differently with Gangplank, possibly a bottom push. They are kind of pushed up quite far, and PewDiePie would be able to take a good amount of damage here as his healer just left.
Yeah, that's going to be nice there. PewDiePie should be afraid a little bit of Janna Ezreal. If they knew that Sona was gone, they could really push in and get... Oh, wow, a Q, he walks into it. Oh, PewDiePie. And they've got the ward there. Actually, they should know that Sona's gone because they had that ward in the brush. I'm surprised they're not actually pushing in right now. Maybe they're afraid of the minion wall. But PewDiePie doing a great job pushing to the turret. It's going to recall from that. It's a really smart move there. They've got, they basically kept Curse Gaming busy with that. Double's going to maybe walk forward. Will he go for the Q? He's actually not going to stop that recall. I think that's a mistake to not mess with him a little bit. But Scar is 5. Nightjackie is actually 6. Rise came out quite ahead in that fight, so Scar must be afraid, taking a lot of damage here. He's gotten those 2 longswords here, and wow, the Q spam. Just so strong, and Nightjackie, of course, has that Tear of the Goddess. Gonna be really happy about that. Nice rake coming out, and Scar just more and more taking this damage here.
Yeah, it really helps him. Scar doesn't want to jump onto him. You are going to be silenced for a little bit, but he's going to be able to prison, walk a few steps away, and do the damage he needs to do. So yeah, like you said, Nightjackie playing a very good Rise in his lane right now. Talon really can't do too much about that. We do have wards being placed all over just the bottom bushes. It looks like they're being utilized quite a bit here in this matchup, and they just don't want anything to chance. They're going to get all the vision that they can. Clearing out a quick minion wave there with his ulti. Looks like they will be backing on this one. Double Lift looking to grab some items.
Indeed. You see Scar going back up to the lane, has some new potions and a ward, but nothing that's really going to beef him up against this Rise. If I were him, I actually would have grabbed a Null Magic Mantle instead of one of the long swords, just to try to keep alive in that lane, be able to actually play some aggression. But he probably knows better than I do. But it's just this Rise is going to be scary the whole time. Look at that. He walks up, takes 200 damage. Walks up, takes 200 damage. It's going to repeat for a long time. Those Rise without boots, maybe he can do some cool things to him.
And that Tear of the Goddess is only going to give him more and more mana, so it's really in his favor right now. That Brutalizer trying to be built by Scar is going to do a lot of damage and could take Nijaki off guard. Nijaki just has so much mobility to get out of something, to make his way back to the turret and be safe in the situation. So we do have an Udyr, however, coming up top. Chat looking to make some presence in top lane. He makes his way in. He is going all the way back around. Looks like, I don't want to fight right now. I saw he was pushed close to his turret. I'll see if the golems are there, which they are not. And this is not, you can't just dive a Rise. It's not going to work. He can stun you up. The turret's going to start slapping you in the face. Not something we want to have happen. So they're going to be cautious about this. They want possibly to get Scar at Rune Prison right outside of that range. That'd be an easy dive for him. But it's probably like they're going to back
for
off.
Dragon.
Ooh.
Chris doing a great job. They've actually been caught. It's going to be a little bit scary. They've got it down low. They probably won't leave at this point. There's the ult coming out. Double Lift trying to get away from Cutie Pie and everyone else. Actually dodges some of that damage. Great job there. But here comes Cicero. Could they get the damage up? But no, flash from everyone. Cicero now extremely low. Could they pick this up? Lapaka getting extremely close to dead, but he's been zillion ulted. Cicero will drop down. Chris picked up another kill. Sidko at like 12 health being alive, and now Cutie Pie might fall. Lapaka!
Oh, wow, great stun. Great stun coming out of the hands of Jad on that one. They were able to take down Gangplank before he took down Cutie Pie. Very nice job there. Lapaka staying in. I thought after that Zillion he would have got himself out. But he went for the kill. If you know you're going to die, does he? Yes, he does. So he could have flashed out. But I would say, if you know you're going to die, do as much damage as you can. But he definitely had a way out of that fight.
Wow, Scar really spamming in these minions. Actually jumped in there, went for Rake and his ult as well, just to clear the minion wave, just to make it harder for Nijaki to do anything, and actually his recall right away. So he's got Brutalizer almost for sure. He's gonna pick that one up, and he gets the Null Magic Mantle as well. So he's nice and riced.
Awesome. And
you can see how much gold he has. Just 13 left over, so exactly enough to go recall, pick up those items. And it's gonna make him very scary against Rise. Rise only with 42 armor, an extra 15, of course, armor pen right here because the Brutalizer is quite valuable there.
Yeah, it's going to help him out, plus giving him cooldowns, and that's very helpful because he has that cat-like Shunpo with the silence involved, and if you are CC'd, he is going to do more damage even, so very nice from him there. We do see the ward going down. That was pinged that he put one down there, and very nice job as they know exactly what their opposing team is doing, and that's how you counter. See, we do have a Zillion being forced to time himself and go down. He does have the speed, but it's going to be a 2v1. Janna coming up to give some assistance here. Can't exactly heal him, and it looks like he may go down. His ulti is up, but will he use it for himself? And he does use it on himself. However, it's going to be a 3v3 situation now. As he comes back up, Lapaka's like, sorry, dude. I think you're taking a little bit too much damage. Heads off. Janna's also forced out. The Valkyrie over the wall, quickly coming out with some attacks, and a very nice job by Corki. The explosion on that attack, I believe it's the 4th attack that he shoots out, will do a lot more damage and have a bit of an AoE to it. Very nice job there. We're going to see if they can be forced off of this turret by the Gangplank ulti.
Yep, they're going to keep the turret most likely alive. Well, actually, there we go. They've got rid of the rest of those minions, so yep, Locust will get forced back. They're going to be okay. He's on a half health, but again, when they have that Sona in there, that sustain is nice. They're going to go for it again. Liquid will try to shield the turret, maybe toss another Q out, but they're not in good shape now. They will lose that turret. Dignitas back into this game, 3-3 the kill score, and they've gotten the turrets. Now they're winning in gold. Finally, first turret of the game. They have not gotten the dragons, but Scar now doing great against Nijaki up top.
So much more presence from Curse in this game. It's just unbelievable to what they played last game. It seems like they just allowed TSM the entire map, and Curse is just doing a very good job of coming out. They did just lose a turret, but they are able to come back, or they did just take a turret rather. So they're playing very well. Global gold to them early. They didn't get any global gold until about 19 minutes into the game, or 20 minutes into the game last time. So already they're on the up and up. It's 14K, 14.8 to 14.5. So this game is within inches for either team.
Yep, and actually Ezreal is the most farmed champion on the map right now, so that's going to be good for Curse. He's actually got a significant gold advantage over that Corki. Of course, Corki has a lot of good area of effect damage that could always be scary. You've got to be a little bit wary of how that plays out. But yeah, 3,500 gold versus 3,600. It's only 100 difference, but hey, that might just make a difference.
If it's all to one person, hell yeah.
You never know.
So we'll see still top. Scar doing what he can to farm. Doesn't want to get too pushed, but that Q obviously will push your lane quite hard. He's going to be getting that going back. Looks like he may have some gold that he wants to buy, as he does. So he doesn't worry that his lane's getting pushed up too far. Yep. see Zillion coming back down into lane. Morgana just hanging out. Everybody's just doing what they can to farm right now. Really no initiations. Items are being purchased. Any big completions yet? We do not have too many. Obviously, jungle has the Wriggles. Udyr does not have his Wriggles yet, or a Madrid, so he's been doing a lot of attacking in lane, coming out, getting kills, and assisting in the ganks rather than going for his own jungle. But still, you know, either or helps as long as you can do your job.
Yep. Silipaka making his way back into the jungle. Only 300 gold down this team. Yeah, it's going to be a really, really close game. Scar actually getting 2 more long swords. It could be Hex Drinker. That makes sense, actually. Getting Hex Drinker against this champion comp that he's facing. And yeah, so not Merc Treads, but Hex Drinker could be quite convenient. Going to be a lot of bonus damage there, and of course a nice amount of durability against Ryze and Co. So quite smart.
A donation of blue buff over to Morgana. She's also going to throw a ward down into her river. It looks like Zillion was going top. He wanted to assist in the fight that was about to go down, but everybody kind of backed off, and we see a little creep here by Jat as he goes up into the bush. There are no counter wards here, so as soon as Ryze steps out, we could have a flash onto him. He starts moving away too much. He silences, but he just gets out of the silence in time. Thank God for no, he doesn't even have Merc Treads. He was just able to break that.
It's a 1 second silence only, so yeah.
All right. That
did burn
huge.
Flash, but
he did have to burn Flash. Successful gank is successful. We'll have to see if
Jat did as well.
Go ahead and take this turret out. Doesn't look like they're going to have to take too much damage from Ryze. He could throw out a Spell Flux with the overdrive on, but they're still going to be able to go ahead and take this.
Yeah. Scar could burst him. There's the ult in from Gangplank. A lot of damage being dealt here. Jat down a half, and here comes Alpaca. They could go for this. Jat taking a lot of damage. He's still chasing on down. He's going to have that Rune Prison soon, and there it is.
Wow.
Spell Flux coming out. That's 1 kill. Can they chase down Undertale? And Zillion has come by, and that's going to be scary. Can he burst Ryze? Can he do it? It's going to be close. He's got to catch him. Nice job there. Curse picking up 2 kills. They lost the turret for it, but they can counterattack with this.
Yeah, they did a very nice job there. They may have lost the turret, but they stood strong, and they knew that they were going to be able to take some, get some kills off of that. So it was pretty much like just trading back the gold. It wasn't global, but they were able to get enough back to kind of not make that hurt as much. So we're going to see Morgana coming out. Very nice Dark Binding, just straight through the bush with no vision, able to take that out, unless there was a CV there that I missed. Looks like everybody's going to be backing in this situation when they really could just absolutely turn on Morgana right now.
I'm surprised. Yeah, I mean, like, she's safe with Black Shield and all that, but like realistically, that's a champion you can kill.
Bottom lane getting pushed quite hard. They are forced back behind the turret.
Yep. Caesar's going to make it out, and let's see. Oh, Dignitas are in position for Dragon. Yep, we just coming by. Corki staying there, and there it is. They're not going to get there in time. It's going to be a Dragon for Dignitas. Nice job. Much better timing by them. They read this position quite well. Liquid knows he can't help this.
And they are going to be able to get that nice gold for themselves. 190 gold around. Udyr picking up the extra 25 from the initial kill on Dragon. Looks like they will start to head back into their jungle. They do have good counter wards from Curse's side, which is really allowing them to do a lot of the things that they have been. It's 5-3 in their favor right now, and or 3-5 in the favor of Dignitas, that is. We'll have to see what they can do.
Yeah, Dignitas is winning despite having less kills because they are getting those dragons and turrets. They're up 2 turrets to 0, so that's a big deal. Let's see, who is the most farmed in the game? Looks like 4,700 on Ezreal, 49. Corki's actually overtaken there. So Corki, and that's of course just the global gold income. And you got 2 turrets and an extra dragon or so. Corki's gonna be nice and beefy. You can see he's most of the way to Trinity Force, has 2 of the 3 pieces. Ezreal not in great shape, gotta be careful. But they can actually jump. Oh, Lopaka's right there. This could be huge. There's the ult, gonna push them both in. Loca's probably gonna drop. There's 1. Now can they kill Udyr? He's nice and tanky. Scar's coming by. Scar could own them. Here comes Scara. Double F not in great shape. Oh, Corki missed the Valkyrie, but still, the rocket's coming out, and that's gonna be a kill. Nice pick up by Scara. They trade 1 for 1. Udyr did not fall, so that's a good trade right there.
That was a lot of damage he just took. That turtle form absolutely keeping him alive, doing a very nice job of waiting for his team to come back. And again, you know, that's something that Curse does not want to see, that 3 of their members cannot take out an Udyr, and that gets quite scary in the late game if Udyr's tanking now and they're not able to do that damage. If he can continue to sustain that tank, no matter what they build, he's going to be able to do that every time. We'll have to see if they can shut him down anytime soon. The lanes are being pushed. More gold in favor of Dignitas goes down there.
Shot.
Yes, just missed.
All right, he can retreat. He's actually working towards that Glacial Shroud's going to have it soon. Spam those abilities, getting some nice gold out of this. See how far he is. He's up to 5,000 gold, so he's not too bad, but Corki's just ahead. They do know that they're nearby. They see that there are 4 in mid. This could be scary. Let's see what they can do with this. Dignitas getting ready to push through. Yep, Scar's got some nice damage here. Able to one-shot cast your minions with Rake. Let's see what else they can do.
So, you know, this is what kind of could hurt Curse there. No, they're rotating over to the side. They're doing a really nice job. They're going to defend their jungle. They had a lot bottom, and Janna was actually going bottom as well. That was going to put 3 down there. So they really need to reposition themselves, what they're trying to do. A little too late on that one, but they do have the right idea. And we'll see if they can capitalize off this. It looks like they kind of got Sidco a little bit there, but not enough to really initiate on. They're going to move out of this one after taking red. Now Udyr and Corki potentially, if they get hits, can slow somebody, and that's really going to hurt in a fight when you can do that to just about everybody.
Oh yeah, for sure. They have really good chasing right now with this comp. I mean, Scar can run in there, of course. Is a giant AoE slow. They have, you know, Udyr's a great chaser. Corki can chase, plus the red buff, as you said. You know, great on both these guys. So that said, I mean, Curse has really good mobility. They have the Janna passive. They have Gangplank's raise morale. They have, you know, Zillion speed buff. Ezreal can kind of get across the map really quickly. He has that global as well. So we're gonna see how this plays out. Right now, the Morgana gonna be donated blue buff. It's gonna be really, really good for her.
Looks like she gets that quite easily, and they will kind of be forcing their way. Oh, no. It looks like there was just a ward at Baron. Liquid was trying to clear that out. Nice Oracle's work right now. He's going to find another one, take that out. A little bit of gold for himself for buying the Oracles. It'll be nice to pay that off. And they are going to get back into the game here as they move to mid. We do have 3 members of Dignitas right now. Not just about milling about, not making sure, making sure. They are not making sure. Yeah, making sure that the minions don't get up to the turret. And like I said, these teams just having very good turret control and lane control the entire game.
2 levels of difference, but I think with Cutie Pie having more items, this could be really, really scary for Double Lift.
Yep.
1v1 up the turret. And Double Lift with some good Qs, but I'm just not quite sure. Corki's a very scary champion.
Yeah, not too much vision right now. They both kind of have that escape plus chase ability, Valkyrie and Arcane Shift. And neither one, I think Arcane Shift has a little bit longer of a cooldown, so we'll have to see if there was a chase. I think Corki would be able to come out on top of that with the Gelman.
And Arcane Shift down to 10 actually. He's been ranking it up, so that cooldown's a little bit better there. Sidco dodging that Dark Binding. Curse still around.
And they're pinging on Corki down bottom. They just don't want him to farm. But they do ping that, and then they're kind of pinging towards Dragon. Like, should we force this? There's somebody bottom. What can we do here? We're really probably not going to be able to take it here at 20 minutes. Everybody's a little low, and they don't have the damage for it. Yeah, you think they have the damage?
With Scar up top, they can easily 5v4. Scar doesn't have TP.
This is true.
Yeah, Corki's shoving bot. Like, Scar is up top. They can easily get this 1 turret at least. I know Ryze is not a great turret killer, but they should really go for this. But Ezreal's actually... Oh, Sidco, you're in bad shape. You're in really bad shape.
Chat leaving nothing to chance there, and he just runs in everything to chance, rather.
That's harsh. They lost Zillion and John ult. It's gonna be a really bad fight because he's gonna get one-shotted by Skara basically. And yeah, they're gonna pressure Baron because of this.
Oh, good find by Locust, takes out that ward, and yeah, they have to pressure Baron, especially after that. Like you said, 2 ultis down, it makes such a change in the fight, and now they're not gonna be able to displace anybody. They're really not gonna be able to save anybody, so it's gonna be up to the initial damage and then the cooldowns right after that. There we go.
Actually, time bomb's good. Scar's actually a little bit low, so now Scar's a little bit afraid. He's down to half health, and yeah, now they got a recall. That was a great little poke there. Zillion got his time bombs off. I really feel like if Scar wanted to, I think they had the vision. He could have just like jumped onto Zillion and bursted him and tried to get away, and just traded that out. I think that actually would have been worthwhile to do.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Because it was like a guaranteed kill and a chance to live, and then you're like, oh, if we got that kill, we have Baron. And it's like a 50-50 trade, but you know, you
been
lose
that
nothing.
Lee Sin moment. Q out EN, or Q out WN.
More or less.
Right. So here we go. Looks like Blue is going to be traded off here. Sidco going to be able to take that for himself. Throwing down the bombs. A little bit of help from Double Lift there. Double Lift has actually some pretty nice health steal as he does have that Vampiric Scepter. He's going to be building the Bloodthirster, continuing to do damage. Almost steals that from Sidco, but he is able to get it. Looks like they're all kind of converging in the same spot here. Dragon. Did that spawn? Yes, is it up?
Nope,
it is up.
now.
They will be able to go for that in just a few
Wards
seconds
everywhere.
here as they try to force this fight.
Ooh, Liquid's got to be afraid. He knows stuff's nearby. There's a ward right there that was a scary thing. And they're a little bit separated, right? They're 3 on one side, 2 on the other. They have to go in, and if they get the coordination right, they'll make this happen. And Jat is a little bit bad shape. Oh, it looks like Skara in the front. Nijaki getting low. This is a really good fight for them. Double Lift taking a ton of damage. Cutie Pie gonna go for the pain. Udyr has dropped, and now it's Double Lift trying to get away. He's gonna make it okay. Dignitas Cutie Pie, I think get a lot of damage. Lapaka behind him. Can he get the kill in time? One more shot. Won't quite kill Cutie Pie. There's Ezreal coming in. Double Lift, nice job there. Time up comes up. And now Scar trying to run away. He's actually lost his Hex Drinker shield. More damage coming in from Nijaki. And actually, he's only the only one alive. And yes, they picked up that last kill. Curse loses 2. They pick up 5. Wonderful job by Curse Gaming. 6-11. And now they have free reign over the Dragon. And I'm pretty sure they're going to like that.
That was a really awesome fight. Even though the Dignitas knew it was coming, they really fumbled during that fight. As Jat tried to get out, he actually flashed with a bomb on his head and with 100 health left. If you're going down, I would have just taken that. That's a long time to wait for Flash. Now they get a free dragon. They just got an ace. Like I said, Curse definitely changed. Oh no, it's going to reset.
You need Rise to show back up and kill it.
There we go. Looks like it will go down.
Like, a little out of the time bomb, but that's scary. You don't want to let that happen. I know they're trying to like get back in time to stop Baron, but like you got to get the dragon first, man. It's okay.
Doing a great job there, Curse, with new mentality into this game and a definite adrenaline rush from that power play. And they're going to come out. They will be going for Baron. Does this ace trade that for Baron? They had to waste their cooldowns and take a lot of damage to make that fight happen. Could that work against them here? And it looks like they will be able to get back in time, and they will be able to stop Dignitas twice.
Not yet, not yet.
2 words in one. Well, they
Logo's
may be able
no
to.
oracles,
Dignitas not giving up as easily as they did last time.
Yeah, this is scary. Sidko's ult. Oh, wow, the damage. He's got his ult up, though. They could go for this. Taking a lot of damage. He's got to cast it soon. It's going to be on Lapaka. Here comes the damage, but Jat is in front. Jat taking a lot of damage, getting away. He's got a time up in his face. He's going to probably drop down. Looks like Cutie Pie's going to drop down as well. Lapaka has revived. Now Cicero in the front. Cicero taking a ton of damage, but has the Zhonya's used. Now Jackie gets stunned. He's trying to get away, but Gangplank in the fray right there. This is burst damage coming out. Jackie picks up that kill. Now Scar's trying to run away. The ult comes off. It's going to be some good damage out, but Double F's going to take some pain. His W's not up yet. Yeah, Loki's going to get away. Looks like they picked up 3 and actually only lost 1.
That talent ulti just shredded their team so much. I thought they were going to die.
They can't Baron off this, but
no.
It doesn't really matter at this point. Ezreal trying to get blue. There you go.
That seems to happen a lot in this game. It's resetting for him. Unfortunate. It's always that situation. But they're able to get it. Great job and great fights. Curse turning this game around 100%. And right now, after these are happening, they're kind of gaining their ground. The fights are coming down to where they are at 100 HP and they're not able to do much after this. A lot of these fights from them from now on have to be with a turret and have to be with a dragon. They need to capitalize off of these big attacks.
Yep. And I just want to point out that Jackie Rise 5-1-4. Being a bit of a fanboy right now, but he's carrying that game and I want to see a game 3, so that Rise. Oh man, it's like it's Teemo all over again. Just gonna follow him around all game. I said it was gonna be Scar's talent, but you know, one of these guys is winning, so I'm a fair weather fan, if nothing else. All right, Liquid 112, clearing wards, and he walks past a ward. There you go.
Give him a round of applause.
25
golf
gold.
clap ward kill.
Apparently it's like the wizard clap. It's like on the wrist or something. I don't know. I've been told that's like the wizard clap.
Wizards can't clap their hands together?
Well, I don't know. They just like do this like wrist thing. I don't really read or watch Harry Potter, but I've been told
from Cutie Pie here. Oh, you were told? Did you visit
by
Hogwarts?
other writers? No, other writers are like freaking giant Harry Potter fans. Like, no. The golf clap is the thing of the past. If you're a real nerd, you do the wizard clap. Apparently that's a thing.
Fair enough. I'll remember this.
I'm trusting them.
Looks like Curse is being pushed back. Not pushed back, but they're choosing to go back into their jungle right now as they are just kind of following this choo-choo train of Dignitas making its way through the jungle. They're like, what's up? We're just going around. Loco line. And back out of the jungle. They're like, hey, they don't have anything. We don't have anything. I guess we can't farm right now. We'll wait for the next fight.
Yeah, they did not land a CV in time, so Chris could not faithfully chase that without getting blindsided by Dark Bindings and such. So they have lost some of their jungle to the rampaging Dignitas team. And the thing is, despite all these fights that are so amazing, they're only up 1,000 gold. I mean, they were behind. They've been kind of fighting neck and neck. Certainly, Nijak is going to get even more farmed, and he's soon going to upgrade to Archangels or Manamune probably. He's got the Banshee's Veil. He's going to get Frozen Heart soon. That's going to help a lot against Skara. And we're going to see if they can get anything else. I don't see an Aegis on this team. That would help a lot against Skara as well, giving that whole team that nice 18 armor, really drop down some of his damage. These are all flat penetrations, so you buff those up a little bit, you get a lot more out of it.
See, Corky coming in from the side, but he gets prisoned up. I don't know what he was thinking. He just kind of got out there to do some damage. Not know what he was thinking that was bad, but it wasn't going to do too much, so it was more of a waste of a cooldown. Yeah, it's just, I guess, the poke and poke, but you do what you got to do. As he moves back into the jungle, looks like their blue may be up here as we see 2 converging on that. Going to go ahead and donate that off to Sidco. To see Dignitas is like, hey, we got jungle creeps too. Let's try to farm something since we push these lanes so much, and they're trying to get that farm as much as possible. And that's something you actually have to watch out for. Dignitas, if they were to push a lot, yeah, they're doing good and they're taking turrets, but you're also feeding your minion waves into the other team. So with that pressure, you got to continue to pressure so they cannot just farm what you're giving to them. And they've been doing a pretty good job. Curse coming up on the big fights, however, but they also need to take that advantage of the fight and start hitting some turrets.
Yeah, the really cool thing here is Lapaka's, I think he's actually doing a really, really smart build. He maxed Raise Morale and then maxed Parlay. He's like heavy physical damage, because when you're against like Morgana and like, look at the Udyr stacking MR, Aegis, Wits End, Mercury Treads, physical damage is actually going to be really, really good here. And so he's got as much physical damage as possible. Of course, he's going to let that Ezreal auto attack do a ton of damage here. The Janna shield, of course, adding a bunch as well. And they see Corki's far, so Baron. Right? That's purple ping, Baron. They're like, yo guys, we know that one of their main fighters is far. They're going to have that ward get cleared out. They've got to be a little bit afraid here. Scar going to take some damage, but they're really pushing for Baron. And they've got it down to half. And Corki's still far. They have a really good chance of getting this Baron properly. And let's see if they can get it. It's going to be scary. It's down to half. They know what's going on. And they've caught Jat a little bit. But Jat is not the target they want. The ult goes off. Lapaka's taken that ult from Zilean. He's going to push through really hard, but Lapaka going to get caught alone. There's Cicero for the ult. This could turn the game right now. A perfect ult from Morgana. They've only gotten one stun, but there's... Oh my gosh, that was amazing from Scar. Going to pick up 1, 2, and
stun.
3.
Beautiful crescendo.
Wow, they just picked up 4 kills in a row. That was amazing. And Dignitas almost giving themselves a free Baron. Nice push in from Dignitas.
Yeah, they weren't even doing Baron for that long, and I was expecting that to be a big fight in favor of Curse. You said it was at half health. It's like, that's a lot of damage onto Baron. But it looks like they could be forced off here. Actually, Rise coming in, going for the Spell Flux, trying to take Baron for his team, and they are not able to get it. A nice quick Q there, able to take down Rise and able to re-ace the team, grabbing Baron.
Yeah, nice job. Dignitas really taking that one over. Still, despite all that, only have 2,000 gold. We've seen those advantages come back and forth a couple of times, but they got a full ace plus Baron. That's a huge momentum swing. They can take turrets. You see up top, he's got a lot of minions here that could go for it. This dragon is up right now. And yeah, I think, Curse, they had a good idea with Corki's far. Let's bait them, but Dignitas did a great job. They actually, basically they got too aggressive. Lapaka ran in there, took a Zilean ult, and he let the Zilean ult time out. Because they ran away properly. They were far enough back. They didn't take a full fight. And Dignitas had such a great control there. They bought enough time for Corki. They should know, they're not going to take that full fight. They need to get Corki in there. And it worked so incredibly well. There's the dragon dropping down. 41.3 to 38.0 thousands of gold. It's working quite nicely.
It's really helping them out. We're cresting 30 minutes into this game, holding true to their defense, but finally losing a turret just a few minutes ago. Dignitas loses their first in middle. It is the outer line of turrets absolutely crushed down. All 3 of them for Curse right now. Not too bad. Sometimes it's actually easier to farm at your second turret if you're being pushed really hard. And like I said, Dignitas needs to keep up that pressure to not allow Curse to start farming so much. Dignitas has actually kind of taken everything back into their favor, as Freak said here, with that Baron, a dragon, and the turrets. They're just doing a very nice job. Good job up top. Ezreal realizing that he has to start doing work for his team, and they could do some split pushing now, especially with his ability to escape. And we're going to see Red going to Gangplank here as they continue to get set up and reinitiate themselves back for a fight here. They're kind of down after that one, and they don't want to initiate something they don't have to at this point, so they're going to make sure it happens the right way, as it did before when they were really able to get that ace. And you can see how much just the few seconds of the beginning of the fight really matters of the outcome.
Yeah, it does. And actually, unfortunately, Zilean's a little bit poor. I was checking out the gold incomes, and Zilean for a solo is actually quite under-farmed. It's actually equal with the enemy jungler, so... Zilean does not really scale the hardest into the game. Still does not have death cap. Look at that. It's like Rod of Age's boots and an elixir. Like, he really needs some more AP there to really start carrying this game. That front-loaded burst from those time bombs are huge. If you can drop 2 onto Scar, you can really make that person die. But Scar stacking the 80, has a Bloodthirster now. Probably the next item, as he has an Elixir of Fortitude, is probably going to be a Last Whisper. That seems like a likely choice. Could, of course, be wrong, but... Oh, Lapaka getting dropped right there. Going to eat some oranges. It's going to be K. And let's see what they can do. Looks like a little bit of pressure coming in. Double lift versus Jat. And let's see.
Some pretty good harass. A Jat rather, staying in between Double Lift and his team, so he just can't get through the jungle. He can go towards the wall of his base and pass that way. It takes a little bit longer. He probably would have rather come around the side, help his team to pinch, but now they're forced to go back to their turrets. He did get that bottom lane push, so that helped. They're doing the Gangplank ulti, possibly deter them from taking the turret. He's trying to clear that minion wave. Nice Tormented Soil under Jackie. Not too much damage, but he took a little bit of front end there. And we are going to see if they can continue to push this lane. They do not have minions anywhere near them as they push up the lane. So it looks like they may just camp this one out for a second and continue the pressure. No reason not to. That turret has about 30% health left.
Yes, indeed. They're going to keep pushing on through. That turret's taking a little bit of pain. That turtle shell doing a good job keeping Jat alive. They're going to pressure in. This could be a turret kill for sure. And it is going to be, so they're going to keep moving on forward. This is the turret they have to hold. It's against Baron Buff's going to make it hard, but I think they really want to hold this turret specifically. But their sustain is so good with the Baron Buff plus Sona. They're going to push in for it. They have the Janna shield going down. There's the Ezreal ult. Hits them pretty hard, but again, they can keep sustaining. They should save those AoEs for the actual team fights, because those are going to get sustained right back. You see, the Ezreal ult has pushed through, but look, they're almost all full health again. And he's got to wait for the cooldown this time. Dark Binding will miss. They're going to keep pushing forward.
So much poke, everybody just throwing out the abilities they know they're going to have ready for the next fight. You want to do that as much as possible. Try and get the damage down that you can. That's the poke, and here we go, going into the fight. Tormented Soil onto Nijaki, as well as the Dark Binding. Nothing really initiated off that. Cutie Pie taking a bit of damage. They don't like the way the poke is going. They're going to head out on this one. We're kind of wasting some time here, and we're not really gaining any ground. So let's go ahead, grab their buffs, take their jungle out, and then we'll do what we need to do.
Yeah, that's really smart. They're going to take the blue. They do know it's there, though. Zion's going to try to come down, but it's going to be too little too late. Looks like Corki going to take that one over. He's got Trinity Force and a Last Whisper. Nice and beefy there. A lot of damage output available. Zillion going to try to kill these things with time bombs. Pocket going to try to kill these off as well.
There we go. Nice farm down bottom. They're going to go ahead and get that lane pushed. That bottom turret quite beefy, and that top turret taken down. So they're only missing two still. No, 4 turrets rather, as they took down the second middle turret. And they're going to be going for those inhibitors next. Curse not going to give up so easily on this game. They've seen what they can do, and this is definitely their chance to stay in the tournament. So they are all out in this one, giving everything and leaving it on the field for this matchup, hopefully bringing into a third game to keep themselves in it. But if Dignitas is able to pick up this game, they will be one of the many teams to go 2-0 on these best of 3s for the weekend.
Yes, indeed. It's still very, very close. 4,000 gold. Actually, the separations have been growing a little bit, but anything less than 10% is really not a big deal. When you got 40,000 gold, 4,000 is not really a big deal. So, you know, the game neck and neck. Really wish Zillion could get some real items under his belt. Looks like he's just spamming blasting wands, trying to get himself some ability power, trying to get more useful into this match. I mean, it could be a Riley's, could be a Void Staff. A lot of things it could really build into right now. But yeah, he's just not the powerhouse you'd expect him to be. That death cap, you'd really want one by 35 minutes. He just doesn't have it, and that really scares me.
Yeah, it's definitely something you'd expect to have. Those are usually, depending on your builds, a rush item, at least a 24-minute item, 20-minute item. But at 30 minutes, you're a little far behind. Definitely want to get something like that out there and be able to help your team. We'll see Udyr and Cicero in middle, kind of buddy in power and numbers right now. They know they can be safe if they're going around, and that combination can pretty much take out any one person if they get into a 2v1 situation. So they feel very comfortable with that. Quick Valkyrie over the wall by Corki. They did see him down there. A few wards. So Curse is still staying on their game, so to speak, that they're remembering to ward. They're not giving up the little things, which will really add and mount to the big things. So very good job by them to keep their momentum up. They're still continuing to get the oracles, even though it costs money they may not need to spend, but really it's a return on that payment that you get from the oracles is winning the game. So it definitely pays for itself.
Seems like that's useful.
Yeah.
I hear winning the game is a good thing to do in League of Legends, especially in tournaments. Oh, they're going to start pressuring. Yeah, Blue. They know that Ryze and Zillion out of position. They're going to go right away for that turret. Doublelift makes it up the cliff, but he's got to be careful. The rest of his team is not there. Jat doing a very good job being disruptive, stopping Janna's entrance in, and they could dive this turret right now, and they're going to do that. They've got Zillion nearby. They actually have to pull back. Nice Dark Binding and to block Sidco, keep him from chasing in. Magic going to come in there. Scar could take a lot of pain right here. There's a lot of damage coming out. Scar must ult and get away. Lepak going to chase in. This could be a great job for them. And he's going to get the ult. Sona's going to ult as well. But Locust now in the front of everything could drop down. There's a flash. Put the Rune Prison. That's going to be 1 kill. But Lepaka's, that's going to end soon. They've got to be careful. Yep, that has ended. Zillion made Gangplank not take focus fire, and they killed the enemy Sona.
That was quite scary. I thought Sidco was just out of range, and Lepaka was kind of not paying attention to where he was, but he was able to get that ult off on him. And you saw everybody was like, we probably shouldn't attack that anymore because he's only going to come back with more health. A great job there. They were able to take one down. Yep. But again, they're going for Dragon. All right, I can't say again. They were able to force something on that and actually grab something from the kills. So they're really starting to capitalize on the points they need to. It's going to start mounting, but very slowly for them. It definitely has some work to do to get back into this.
Yeah, the one thing is Sona, I think she was probably wearing an Oracles at the time. I would assume so.
Yeah,
most supports do.
She was. They chased her.
Yeah, so that kill was actually worth more than you'd expect. The Dragon, of course, worth about 1,000 gold total, but the kill's worth about 500 with an assist and another 400 on top with the Oracles. So, and now that Locust actually is poor, he actually can't afford a new one. Is trying to get that Spell Vamp book. He's got a Hextech Revolver, wants to finish that completion. And if he finishes Will of the Ancients, it's going to be a huge boost to Scar's sustainability. He used a lot of spell damage there. Corey's going to like it a lot. The mages, of course, Morgana, Udyr are both going to like that quite a bit. So I'm going to really like that ability if we can get it. But
Well, they're kind of forcing,
trying to bait.
yeah, baiting the dragon here. They're going to see if they can get Dignitas to move up into this fight. I don't think they have too much vision. Wow.
Did Locust see him?
I don't think so.
They're just going for it.
Oh, they are going to run out here. They don't really have vision of the other team, but they're going to fully reveal that they were there and say, I guess not.
Yeah, they didn't really know.
Kind of
neither team can see.
anticlimactic, but they did want something to happen there. I think you were right. They did see him, and they kind of just bolted out of the bush on that.
Yeah, I think he was going up just to ward, but still, that was very nearly like a really good gank. No, they're gonna catch him. They're gonna catch Udyr. Maybe. No, he runs fast. The guy runs quickly, man.
Even with those big wooden sandals on. It looks like he gets
right.
slowed down a little bit right there. He is going to take a little bit of damage.
Wow.
Actually, no damage
That black
whatsoever.
shield.
Nice. Black shield and his own.
Yep. All right. This is scary. Double F needs to not get caught. If he gets caught, it's game.
Yeah.
Dodges the dark binding.
That was like a
He's like,
pre-eminent
no,
arcane shift.
I don't want to get hit. I really don't want to get hit. All right, it's close. Oh, they're gonna go for another blue steal. This is nice. The last time they stole blue, they still lost the team fight afterwards. So there's a gangplank. Nope. Cicero gets it. As
Can
Roll
they
comes
get it
by,
on?
he has
Oh,
to
he
flash
gets
away.
Q off.
Lapaka's in there. Cutie Pie is kind of isolated. This could be really good for them. Cicero's been caught, but he's gonna Zonia's. Liquid almost about to die. And Nijaki's in the middle. Nijaki's not in good shape. He's gonna catch the ult. There's Skara. Lapaka's about to fall. That's one kill. Sidko's low. Sidko drops. Nijaki's alone. This is bad for him. He's gonna try to kill Cicero. He's gonna be close. Will not get that kill. 3 in a row picked up. Everyone else super low.
Very nice catch off guard by them. They were able to, pretty much Janna was down
Baron's
to low
up.
health instantly. She wasn't able to come in and shield anybody on the team. No use of that utility she has there. Ezreal was kind of just pushed out of the fight as well. You can see low HP, 150 for each of those, and a great 3 kills as they went in for that.
Yep. Low HP, low Cicero. All right, and using Zonia to keep himself alive in that fight. Head desk right there. Of course, really bad pun. Liquid should not go for this. Scar could one-shot him. I mean, he could try to let Q steal, but it's not going to happen. There's the ward. Q's too early. It's
Would have been one heck of a damage on her Hurricane if she took that one out.
That'd be hilarious.
So looks like they feel safe about this. They're going to go ahead and back Morgana full HP. She has blue. The Cicero is going to give some harass in mid and make sure the minions don't get anywhere close to their side of the map or crossing that river.
Yep, 8,000 gold the difference now. It's starting to build.
It is indeed starting to build. It's almost like Curse has given Dignitas too much time to figure out the gameplay.
They really did. Like the core builds have been completed now. You see that Morgana has Zonia's and Rabadon's. You see Locust just has a spell vamp book now. Skara got that Bloodthirst. Like, look at all those damage items that Skara has now. He's like really beefy right now. Cutie Pie's just got a huge build now behind as well. Double Lift actually has a good build as well, sure. Lapaka's kind of halfway through. He's not full tanky. Nijaki's got his full build, but like Sidko, still in death cap. And
Skara getting caught out of position here. Will they be able to attack him? But he quickly gets out with a flash onto Zillion. Look at the damage he did though. Very nice there, and that will be detrimental in a fight. Looks like they will be able to take down another turret, almost equaling the turrets out here if they can grab one more. Very nice back and forth game between these two right now. The team fights, however, going in the favor of Dignitas, but we have seen complete aces in favor of Curse. That was about 5 to 10 minutes ago, so the builds have changed since then, and the aggression of Dignitas has definitely been upped a few levels as they continue to push here. Instantly going for this turret. It looks like he wants to take it down, but he can't get out in time. He gets the Rune Prison on. The Gangplank ulti to slow. Grog Soak Blade also slowing him down there, and it looks like they will try to take this fight out big time. Looks like Morgana not taking too much damage. A very nice black shield that lasts for a good 600 damage right there, keeping her quite alive. And they will be forced to back. And they did have to lose Udyr in that one, but they got a lot of damage on that turret. They're probably going to be able to go for an inhibitor attack next time. And it looks like they may start poking it towards a Baron here. However, it is down, so they will not.
Yep, Dragon can spawn at some point. I forget the timing on that one. Looks like I was going to head towards bottom, get some farm done there. He is level 18. That's a big deal. Nijaki, of course, 18, doing a good job. How's an upgrade here? The Goddess probably could still go for a Void Staff. I think he's going to need one. Let's see what they end up doing with this, though. Fast hitting, getting a lot of gold.
Looks like Dragon could be about
still
to
red.
spawn. Where are they heading?
They stole red. That's good. They actually traded buffs this way. The blue was stolen a while ago, but Ezra now has red. That's really important. Janna putting a couple of wards down, so when they go for the red, they'll see him, and they'll know the timing, and they'll know the location of those enemy champions. That's going to be a big deal.
Looks like you saw somebody just ping that turret out there. Like, somebody could probably go up and hit that. Maybe Udyr, but they're not going to leave that to chance right now. They don't really have too much vision. They can't see Janna. She just back. They do know Ezreal is bottom farming a bit, but it looks like they are clicking on this. Let's get a CV there. They want to know who's there. See, they feel pretty confident about this. They only see 3, but that's enough of them for them to see. The other 2 aren't going to be able to do enough damage. They feel confident of their play right now. They know it's going to make them back, and that's exactly where they are. All 5 are in base. They'll be able to see that with vision of minions at once they get to that point. But really just controlling the jungle right now. Dignitas doing a great job of throwing down some wards and clearing some out. Sona actually not with that oracles, but they are able to pick up red. Very nice job by Skara. Looks like we are going to have a top lane push here, and this tower will pretty much go down.
Yeah, it's looking really good for Dignitas. Jat taking the damage, doesn't really care if he does so, but it's a turret kill. And keep pushing on through. QD5's got to make sure he keeps enough missiles right now. Only got 3 in the inventory. It's going to be a little bit scary. A little bit of damage on Jat, not a lot of lasting impact though. Double F doing a little bit of harassment, missing a couple of Qs still. Dignitas could definitely push through. There's no turret in mid, so they could just jump right up the base. More pressure onto Jat. Jat taking a fair amount of damage, but gotta be careful.
This is where they have to be careful. Curse, we just saw one time before, Gangplank did run out without that turret there, and they did fight off their base. They may go for it again if they find that initiation, but it also could hurt them a lot if they don't do it right. Zilean has to be sure to stay next to that Lapaka. Hopefully Gangplank can stay alive, and you can see them. They're actually keeping that, wow, a lot of damage there coming out of Dark Binding. They're kind of keeping a good distance from each other, making sure that he can always get that ult on Lapaka, Rise, or Ezreal really. Not really going to want to use it for Janna. Janna's going to keep herself out of the fight anyway, so that should not have to occur. A good poke game here. A lot of wards going out. Everybody's still, like I said, doing their job. And there we go, a few cooldowns onto Jat. The ulti will go off, he catches 3 in it, but it's just too spread out here. I do not think Dignitas will be able to get a kill or curse on this one. Everybody's kind of trading damage, but not too much. It was a very nice job there, but however, Dignitas now knows they have the Gangplank ulti down, and they will be able to go in for a fight a little bit safer.
That's pretty good for them. They're going to be nice and happy with that one. They have created a couple of ultimates though. Skara's still up, Loca's still up, Lucy. Yeah, everyone actually has ults for Dignitas, but Curse has lost just 2 actually. They've lost Gangplanks and Ezreal's, and they're going to take down a dragon. That's going to be another nice little buff for them. Going to bring them up to almost 10,000 gold in the lead. You're going to see as that takes in 63,000 versus 55,000.
Is definitely going to be helping them. The items are being finished. Wits End on Udyr as an Aegis as well. That Spirit Visage, so he's going for everything. I believe he's going for that Randuin's Omen next, so that'll also help to just keep everybody in the fight that he wants in the fight by hitting those active items. There are active items in this game as well. When you get to those builds and you get your full items, sometimes it has an activation. You can press that button in the slot it is in, and that is going to be very advantageous. The one he is building will slow everybody around him, and that really helps for someone like Udyr, who can continue to CC and continue his team's fight. A lot of the other items are finished build. You see that Zhonya's on Morgana, keeps her alive during her ultimate. Very complementary to that, and a lot of good items just all around the board for Dignitas. However, there are great items as well on the other side. We do see the Frozen Mallet into, I can't remember the name, Atma's build for the damage there due to the amount of HP that Gangplank has. So everybody's really into that full item build right now. They got to figure out what is going to turn the tide of this battle. Curse is starting to lose those fights. They got to figure out how to mitigate what is happening and return that damage in the fight to Dignitas, because it's going to be a big one next time, and it could be the final one.
Yeah, Baron must be soon, because they're really holding around it. They were pinging a lot because Scar was at bottom. They're still holding around that location. Maybe they're trying to bait mini waves. I'm not quite sure, but they're staying again in that brush, moving back down towards the bottom jungle. I think they want to steal a buff that comes up soon. There's a Clairvoyance coming down. I think they want to like get a random gimmicky kill, but that ward sees them, and they don't have the oracles in there yet. They've been spotted here. They're like, oh, they've got it warded. This is bad. And they're running as fast as they can. Dark Binding will just barely tag onto the Banshee's Veil. It was almost harassed out by the Corki, but not quite. Ward goes down. Locust does have that, wow, a just giant stack of wards, but does have an oracles again. They're going to mill right back in. Oh! Nightjacket takes that one to the face. Got to be careful. Wards again being cleared. Nice by Curse. They're playing that really smart. They know a couple are far away, so they're clearing out wards. They're doing a really good job of that, but, you know, Locust has a ton of wards right now, so... Oh, this is smart. They're going around to the side. They're sitting in little cute little spots. This is so dangerous, Lapaka. Please don't initiate that. You're probably going to die if you do that.
Oh, wow. CV's up. They try to go for blue here. The initiation down onto Rise. He still stands in the fight, though, looking for an ulti from Zilean, but he does not find it. Zilean is pushed out of the fight for his team right now. Can he get back in? And they do get it off. I believe Zilean's ulti is down. No, it is not. He did not get to use it in the fight, and Dignitas is making quick work of this baited Baron from Curse Gaming right now. Doublelift being chased down. He will be able to shift. He can continue to hit his... there it is. As he continues to hit hit his abilities, his E will go down and he can arcane shift faster, keeping himself alive there. But a huge advantage on that fight coming out of the hands of Dignitas. They're not going to be able to go for Baron. Oh my gosh, Skara taking a huge amount of damage from a Mystic Shot there. But they will be able to make it out of this fight. That's pretty scary there for Curse Gaming as they are kind of toying with
you are in bad shape. Black Shield goes off, Double Lift not able to CC him. He's trying to get away, he misses it! He's gotten shielded again. Can Jana CC him away? Looks like it's not going to be the case. He jukes the Dark Binding. Maybe he can sustain enough. Oh, he goes over the wall. He can maybe kill Jat.
Wow.
Skara got some damage output. Oh my gosh. That sustain was just enough.
Oh man, that was crazy. An awesome bind, or an awesome dodge on the Dark Binding that Cicero threw out. And we can see that the lanes are kind of giving a little bit of trouble now. It's Dignitas. It's not going to be too much of a worry for them, but this is really going to help on Curse's side. It's going to give them a little bit of time to regroup. Maybe they can get some jungle in here, get their buffs down for themselves so they're not stolen, and wait for that. Is now Baron is now up. Could be forced once again.
Yeah, they had a good initial fight. They got 3 kills for 2. Ultimately, Dignitas came out ahead there. 10,000 gold, actually 9,000 gold is the difference. Locust, I believe they did kill Locust, so it's a new Oracles to be bought there. That's pretty powerful. And let's just see, it's still just neck and neck. The Void Staff been picked up. I mean, Ryze is scaling into this game quite well. He's probably the most carry type of the carries here. He's pretty durable. He's doing a lot of damage here. Skara doing a great job though. Double Bloodthirster now. So much sustain on him because of this. And that's just a very, very big deal, of course. 405 attack damage. It's massive.
It's not that much.
Eventually even sell Brutalizer, or at least upgrade to to Yomu's.
That would be kind of crazy.
Almost death cap. Zilean almost has death cap. Oh my gosh. He'll finally be useful again.
50-minute death cap OP.
Nerf, please.
Looks like we have a little bit of a gathering here. Cicero.
Oh, you don't have vision, guys. Be careful.
Oh, looks like Skara trying to waste a few of the Banshee's Veils there. Actually, it would only be on Ryze.
That's worth it, though.
Yeah,
it's
definitely worth it. A lot of minions hitting onto those, super minions rather, hitting on their minions as they push into enemy base. Going to be able to do a lot of damage. They take a lot and can also do a lot of damage to the squishy champions. So you got to be very careful and really pay attention to when your base is being battered on by those super minions. It looks like we do have a ward going out here. That CV over the wall. They are making sure, okay guys, we did just get CV'd. Be sure you're not in that area. Just play it safe for now. We're up. We don't need to chance anything.
Yep. Curse needs to keep mid push. If they have to defend their base, they're going to lose Baron. They have to stay near mid. They have to stay relevant because Baron can die in about 12 seconds to the Dignitas team. They've got so much damage output. They're going to go for blue. That's risky. If they take blue, they have a chance to go for Baron. They have no ward coverage. They have no idea where they're going. They know that a couple are here, but the thing is, like, theoretically, like,
yeah, they're going for
Udyr
it.
plus Sona can pretty much duo Baron. And yep, there they go. Look at this. They have no vision. They know. They're pinging it. Look at that. It's just dropping so quickly.
Yeah, they were able to get that down again. You know, Curse kind of leaving the lane with a lot of minions there. That's absolute visual for the other team. Can they get the steal on it? And they do not steal it. It goes to Dignitas. Will they continue to pursue the fight on this
Cinco.
one? Super minion just hanging out in the middle of the river there as he's chasing down. He wants to pursue these kills as much as Dignitas does. Double lift, taking a lot of damage. CC down. He is slowed and absolutely dropped there. Cutthroat. Great job by Talon, and it looks like they will force this fight into the base of Curse. Curse needs to stay alive on this one, and they definitely need to keep people alive like Zilean, Ryze, and Lapaka. Janna can fall, but they need to keep that damage up to deter them from taking turrets. They're going to go around and have their way with these outer inhibitor turrets, taking down the inhibitors as well. A very good position for Dignitas right now after a very long game.
Skara, but that Black Shield kept Ryze from doing anything back on Skara. Nice job there. That Morgana Black Shield doing amazing things right there. And it just lets him initiate and do those really cool things. And Dignitas really poised to take this game over. They have to go ahead and go down here and take that turret. They actually can't fight it. There's a turret in the way. It's kind of invincible still, guys. There we go. They're going to go up towards that inhibitor. Yeah, they have a really good chance here. They're 5th, still 20 seconds away, and the burst damage, super massive. Sitko not in great shape. There's the Sona dance. Sitko could fall. He ults in time, but it's still a 5v4. Lapaka about to fall. He's going to flash away. Sitko trying to get away from Morgana. Could take some damage here. There's the... No, doesn't land the stun. Jack gets the turret. Now the inhibitor. 3 inhibs down. They do some damage to Cicero, but again, Black Shield, kind of a big deal. And Sona takes that one down. A lot of damage being dealt there.
Wow, Ezreal now up. Can he get back into the fray with his team here? Looks like NY Jackie had to go back to quickly get some HP back, but they're doing so much damage, and that is a gigantic minion wave coming into the base right now from both mid and that bottom lane, and it looks like this may be another 2-0 on the day. GG to Dignitas coming out very strong in their games. Cursed having an awesome game in the beginning of this one, just really showing that they can stand true. But that late game going to Dignitas, a very nice job. And definitely put your hands together for all these teams today.
Wow.
IPL 3 Origins, some absolutely awesome League of Legends matches.
Absolutely amazing games. That was an amazingly close game. It's great that the first game was 0 kills, second game was like ridiculous close.
Yeah. Right?
They were up by 1 kill at the end.
Yeah, it goes to show you. I was like, Curse doesn't play like that. They may have had a bad game. Dignitas also playing very well. But Curse was, they did turn it around, and they did play a very good game that time. It was that, as I said, they could get the kills, but every time coming out of those kills, they were so low in HP, they weren't able to work anything off of it other than a dragon and then backing. Yeah, which kind of hurts.
Oh yeah, it hurts a lot. But a bunch of really, really close fights. I mean, they had it in their grasp a little bit for a while, but neither team ran away with it for quite some time. Then finally, it just felt like a couple of kind of mistaken positions, and then just giant capitalization from the other team. It would be like Curse would be like, oh gosh, they're baroning, someone overextend, dead. And they did that a couple of times, and it finally snowballed the victory. And for Dignitas, they got like 2 to 3 barons, and they needed that to finally get ahead in the game. It was still close the entire way through. Great job by Dignitas. They really showed that they deserved to win this game both times. They did extremely well. You see, giant scores: Scar 11-3. Actually, he was the main carry there. 1-5 on Udyr, 3-3, 2-4, 3-4. He had the big numbers right there. So the 6-4 on Ryze, 6-5 on Gangplank, 6-4 on Ezreal. So you had a couple of star players there on both sides. They couldn't really completely overtake that game. No one could really take over the game from Curse, but you saw from Scar, had a little bit of a scary start, but then he really just sort of bounced towards the front of that game. Yeah. The early Hextrigger keeping him alive through those fights, the early Brutalizer, giving him a lot of early burst damage. And that's what it took to get that game. 52 minutes in total, 15,000 gold to most of the champions in the game. Even the supports broke 10K.
Yeah, it was an amazing game. Definitely one of the longest games we saw today, and hopefully, it's pretty much going to be every game we see tomorrow, knowing that these teams are coming out, gunning for that top position. They know that CLG's still in it, TSM's still in it, Dignitas still in it, and Epic. Pretty much the teams we see all the time. But it's awesome to see, like I said, that these other teams are coming into the light and see how that they fare. And a big thing, as we said, the LAN experience coming into these games is absolutely huge. Yes. And coming from China right now, all the top teams that just won, they are pretty much on their game. So there's not much you can do about that when you're pitted, David versus Goliath, and Goliath dodges the rock. Yeah. Doesn't help.
Dodging that slingshot, yeah. So, wonderful job by these guys. So we're going to kick it over to a commercial and the interview with the winning team. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.